Hey guys, it's Mike with OLO Builders out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're at the International Builder Show and Kitchen and Bath Show. We're going to walk through 2 halls today. It's day 1, so stay tuned. Let's get in the show. So we're at the Edco products booth with Dario. We get a ton of questions about metal roofs. I think this system's pretty unique. So kind of give us an idea of what you guys do and why this is so unique in the market.
Yeah, awesome. So Edco Products is a family-owned company. Been around for almost 80 years now.
Wow.
Basically, we manufacture exterior building solutions from soffit, fascia, gutter systems to our metal siding, metal roofing, and we're launching our new perspectives panel, basically a shiplap panel in a commercial application.
Panel, really cool.
Exactly. So our metal shake, very popular. It offers very great warranty for wind, for hail. This is a 12-inch by 50-inch panel. It's a 28 gauge metal. This is our slate stamp panel. We use 5 clips on every panel, and we use 1-inch screws right direct to deck, which gives it a 160 mile per hour wind rating.
Wow.
You're able to use nails. If you use nails, it brings the wind rating from 160 miles to 120 miles per hour.
But that's the majority of the U.S. and
exactly.
Even Florida.
Exactly. It's a 4-way lock-in system. Basically, we have other components from your drip edge, from your if you want a vented ridge, a non-vented ridge, a closed head, everything to make the job easy. We have trim coil if you need to do some custom flashing around chimneys, things like that.
Very cool.
And yeah, it's every year it's becoming more and more popular. You know, it's going to be very competitive with your other premium products.
And so this is a competitor to metal roofs, but also giving an aesthetic to tile.
Exactly.
And so do you have other, obviously this is one color you're showing, but you have other colors that are going to be more like terracotta?
We do. We have so we have standard colors in both. We have a shake profile, which is displayed. Actually, that is a slate as well.
Okay.
We don't have the shake display here today, but we do have a shake panel, and this is the slate panel.
Okay.
Right? And for both options, we have the standard colors, which are solid, versus the enhanced. The enhanced are going to add the shadow line on the top and along the keyways right here.
Oh, very cool.
And then you
so
can
it gives it a little more depth.
Exactly, it gives it more depth. You can see the images here. I recommend going to our website, www.edcoproducts.com, where you'll be able to see a lot of case studies from homeowners who have used our metal roofs on their custom builds and their remodel houses, and you can see all the potential benefits that you can get from it. So
yeah, thank you, Dario.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate your time.
This is really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we're at the Therma-Tru booth. My favorite doors. I'm with Augie. He's going to show us something really cool that they just released that has Florida product approval, but also learn a little bit about what else Therma-Tru offers.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. So Therma-Tru manufactures fiberglass and steel doors, and we manufacture them in Butler, Indiana on the fiberglass product, and then on the Veris product, which is what we were talking about earlier. So we manufacture these in Pennsylvania.
Oh, no way.
This is a fiberglass inlay.
Okay.
It's a walnut grain. So if you've ever used the Therma-Tru CCW doors, the classic wrap wall, same type of skin, except now they've incorporated with the steel. Right. This is a pivot door with satin etched glass.
And this is the 10-foot version.
10-foot version, yep. Yeah.
This is the tallest you guys go, right?
We can go taller. It's just we would have to do custom quotes and make sure everything fits within the.
Yeah, that's what Gary was telling me.
Yep. Yeah.
And then with this product, you get to pick so many options of it, right? The door handle, the color. Is it black only?
No, there's a few different colors. So I'll show you in the catalog here. When you get the catalog, the blue is what we do standard. So I think we're trying to come out with a product for the whole country.
Absolutely.
So we're trying to keep everything that goes to the country as a certain style of standard. So the blue is like an 8-week lead time. Things that are custom are anywhere between 10 to 14, depending on what types of products.
Which is not bad at all for a front door. You can build a temp door or whatever you need.
So there are some of the examples that.
So you can do full lights, you can do panels, you can do any transom, side lights, all that to match your size.
The types of glass that we have, enhanced low E, a regular low E. For people in Florida, there's a turtle low E.
Oh, very cool.
Very cool, yeah. You can do grids on it, and so there's a lot of custom capabilities on it.
Yeah, so even if it's not a custom size, you still get a lot of personalization in it.
Yes, yeah. With color, there's all these colors that are available. So there's 8 standard colors there. You can do an inside one color. You can do a mix and match of colors depending on what you want.
And is it all anodized?
It depends on which color you're looking for, yes.
And so this is the pivot, but you also have a hinged version.
Yep, we have a 4010 that I can
let's go see the 4010.
So before we leave here, so those are the standard levers.
Okay.
If you're going with a lever, and those are your standard poles.
And so this is the Inspira, which is there.
Yep.
And then you have a Verge, which is a little more modern, squared off.
When you do pivot doors, there's a thing to be concerned about, that when you shut the door, and you see how it has a roller catch?
Yep.
Without the roller catch, you shut it, and then it kind of stays shut until the wind blows, right? So what we do is we put a roller catch up there so it stays shut so you don't have to throw the deadbolt.
And you have one down here.
Yep.
So you have 2 roller catches on there, and then your locking mechanism on here.
Yep. Not all manufacturers do those. So like as you're thinking through pivot doors, that's one of the big things because you don't want your door just open.
Becoming so popular.
Yep. Yeah.
So let's go check out the hinged version.
Yep. How are you? Hey, nice to see you, Jeff. How are you?
Good.
Good.
So
okay, thank you.
this
I saw you moved. Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
4010.
Thanks for stopping by.
Transom lights.
Okay. Yeah,
Grids on it. So 4010.
4010.
You got your transoms on both sides to match.
Yeah.
Your grids on it.
Side lights on both sides.
Side lights.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then these are just like a standard Therma-Tru door kind of mullion.
Metal that's applied on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Satin etched glass.
Yep.
You can do clear glass. You can do glass.
Could you do a mix? Could you say I want these to be frosted and then the top be clear, or is that?
So that would be a custom ask.
Okay.
So if they were to do something like that, what I would think that they would do is rather than do these bars here, they would take something like this and put a bigger bar and glaze the glass as 3 separate.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure, so we would have to get approvals on that.
But this is the hinge version, so instead you see there's a full hinge on the side.
Yes.
And no rollers on that.
Yeah, yep. So in different parts of the country, depending on where you live, weather or bugs are a big deal. With the hinge door, you have 3 options on your sills.
Okay.
Right? So you have the flush sill, which is like an 88 style sill, which is what is there.
Okay. Yep. So just your standard kind of peaked.
Yes. Yep. You have a standard swing, and then you have an out swing. So if you're concerned about water getting in or bugs or critters like coming in there.
And that's with the hinge only. Or can you do this outswing with the Veris as well?
You would only get that 88. So
okay.
But when we go to the bifold door or the multi-slide door, you have those options.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yep. And then you see the handle sets that you have, the handle colors that you have, and then again you can do custom colors as far as an inside mix and match with different colors. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then the other thing, the same thing with the pivot door and these, is your stiles and your rails. Most people want these doors because they want to have a lot of glass, but sometimes people are concerned about having some kind of an architectural detail at the bottom. If that's the case, you can do a 10-inch bottom rail.
Okay.
Sometimes people need a 10-inch bottom rail because it's being put in a commercial code, and so you have to have that 88
Interesting.
there. Yep. Yeah.
And so is there anything else at your booth that you think is really... Yeah,
one more.
All right, let's keep going. Holy cow, the door
right behind you.
This is a massive booth.
So this would be the Veris bifold door.
Okay.
Sometimes they're called folding doors or Arcadian door. So this is a 4-panel. What's nice about this, on the other side, there's a screen.
So this has come with a. Oh, okay. Because a lot of these doors, the screens are kind of wonky. This seems to be really neat.
So if you order the door, you should order it with the screen, because once you place the door order and you don't order with the screen, there's no way to attach it to it. Yeah. So that's the track that you see. It's attached to the bottom of the sill.
Oh, okay. I see it. Yeah. So you have your slider for the doors and cells, and then there's an actual attachment for the And then the one cool thing about this one is 3 panels are pivoting, 1 panel is a man door.
Yeah. If you have custom capabilities where you want the door that you go in and out in the middle, we can do that.
Wow.
Some really cool features about this door is you can do it where it's top hung or where it's bottom hung, and then you can say that we want it to open up out, or you can have it open up in, depending on what the circumstances are.
And can we, obviously we can frame it out so that this section of the door is behind a pocket.
Yeah, oh yeah, if one, yeah.
But then you, okay.
The other nice thing with the Veris bifold door is when you open it like this, there's a ball catch that's magnetized up there, and it holds everything there. With other manufacturers and concerns is you open up the door, and then the wind starts blowing, and all these panels start moving. With the Veris system, it's designed so
similar to like the ball catch concept on the pivot door.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Another cool thing that we have at the show that may hit your market is right behind us. There's a motorized screen. So we can go there too.
Yeah.
So that screen will come down and go up there. It's made by Larson.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want me to show you?
Let's check. I mean, we're here. Let's check it out.
So you see how it's...
All right. So it's tracked. Is there a zipper or something inside of it?
Yep. That's exactly what it is. Yes.
And then you've got your bottom track there that's going to help.
Yep.
And then obviously you're offering multiple fabrics and anything like that. It's very quiet.
Yep. In the Larson catalog, it shows you the sizes that are available and different things. There's sensors that you can add onto it. There's light sensors and different things. So
and wind sensors.
Wind sensors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. And then above we have FIPON. And FIPON's always going to be one of my favorite things. Makes everything look real, but it's all that foam.
They're made out of polyurethane. If you do a 180, that vignette over there has the Therma-Tru door in the bottom.
Okay.
It has venting side lights on the left and right, so they're operable side lights.
Okay.
It comes with a roll form screen. Do you want to see that?
Yeah, let's check that out. This door is more, so you're kind of high end, right? This is going to be a more standardized door, right?
Yes, good. That's a good way to say that. Yeah.
You asked about remodels. I'm actually doing a Therma-Tru door replacement on a front door right now.
Great, thank you for that.
So,
thanks.
yeah.
What door are you doing, do you know?
They're doing that door, but without glass.
Okay.
The glass on the top, but not the full light.
Yeah.
So,
I like to see. Is it a 3.0 or a 3.6?
It's a 3.068.
Yeah. Are you staining it?
We are staining it.
Yeah, they look
I do a lot of stain. Doors. So you were saying this is standard Therma-Tru, but you actually have working side lights.
Yep, vented, fully operable side lights.
Wow.
The nice thing is it comes with a roll form screen, so they can open it up, you get the air, you keep the bugs out.
Yeah.
And then for security purposes, it's a multi-point lock. You throw the thumb turn and it shoots out and locks into the mole post there.
Very
spots.
cool.
Yeah.
And then this is a great demonstration of what FIPON can do, right?
Yeah.
You have all of the architectural details on this entire display are all FIPON.
Yes.
Amazing.
That piece there, it looks like crown molding. It comes in one piece, so it's probably what, a 25-minute install. Like if you had to build that out up from wood, it's like a whole day, and you're constantly going up and down ladders.
Just imagine caulking that whole thing. It's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, this has been awesome. Thank you so much, Augie.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for stopping by.
Okay, so we're here with Nick at the Zip booth, or Huber Products.
Right.
Our favorite for flooring, and then now all of our sheathing on our outside. So
Sweet.
We're going to talk a little about why Zip is super important and why our homeowners should be super pumped about using Zip.
Yeah, let's start by just talking about the basics, right? So this is a great demo to kind of showcase both, right? We have Zip roof decking. Real quick, I just want to say, brown and green, it's the same panel.
Okay.
It's just thickness.
Yep.
Initially we launched one before the other. It was primarily used as roof, and then we came out with the wall, made the wall green. It used to be important, but it's just thickness. And you could use either thickness on roof or wall. But
depending on the wind load for the wall, sometimes,
for sure,
and
roof decking, whatever the case may be. Yeah, so integrated underlayment when it's installed on the roof. The seams are taped.
Okay.
And the tape is rolled. and then integrated water resistant barrier when we have it on the wall.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't have to go around the house twice. We throw the panels up just like any other wood structural panel, tape and roll the seams.
And so one really cool thing I think
Yeah.
that gets overlooked is you guys, we have this, our rep brought us this, but it's got these little pivots in it.
Yeah.
And so like we can easily, as our field team or myself, can roll by and see that it's been pushed to the right tension.
You could see where you've rolled.
Yeah.
And it's helpful on a job site just because like there's no timeline on when you need to roll the tape. It needs to be done, but some people like to tape and then go around. I think it defeats the purpose. Like just roll as you go. Teach their own, but it helps to keep track of where you've been.
Yeah, I thought that was a brilliant idea.
Yeah. And then
so,
I do, unless you have any
I think
questions here.
It allows us to be faster, right? We put it up, we roll the tape, and then we don't need to have any underlayment, house wrap, things like that. And I think from a waterproofing, especially in Florida, it's a massive cost savings because your OSB is not going to get all wet and nasty, and then you've got to replace anything if you don't put your house wrap up quick.
Yeah, you get a 180-day exposure period, which even with some of the more difficult delays that we've seen, we found that 180 days is enough time for cladding or window delays. And then the great thing about the tape too is it's a flashing material. So when you have like your kick out flashings or your roof to wall transitions, you could use the tape. Just like I think we'll get over to the window eventually here soon, but they work as self-adhered flashing materials.
Okay, cool.
One thing, relatively new product from us is the rain screen.
Yep.
Drainage and ventilation mat. It's a 1/4 inch thick. We launched that about a year and a half ago, and heavy focus on adhered claddings, right? When we are talking, you said Florida, right?
Yep.
Stucco and adhered stone, pretty popular. Stucco, I guess.
We usually do hardy, and then it has like a little stone apron on it. And so we were talking about this like 2 weeks ago about how this is going to become basically a new standard in the state of Florida.
It's not only in Florida. I mean, the code is going this way.
Okay.
It's already worked its way into the code a little bit, and I think it's just going to make its way in there a little more. But gives us a 1/4 inch gap between our cladding and our zip wall, so that we have drainability and ventilation. Ideally, if we leave it open at the top, we have air that can circulate all throughout the wall, which is huge for drying potential, especially with those high-risk claddings.
Especially because most people are just adhering right to the surface, and if it's a wood product like this, there's no way for it to do it. And I think that example you showed right here of where the water is going right behind it, making sure it can drain is massive.
Absolutely. Yeah, relatively new. Like I said, last year we launched it at the show 2 years ago, but it was widely available at the end of 2023, I want to say. So it's been available for all of 2024.
Yeah.
And moving on. Yeah.
Let's check out the zip tape right
here. Yeah. So before we jump on this is a great a visual that shows all of our accessories, all of our flashing products, right? So liquid flash, you'll see that right here.
Yep.
Stretch tape, which I know we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
High penetrations. This is our standard 3 3/4. We have 6 inch, 9 inch, 12 inch. We have vapor permeable tape. We wanted to give people as many options as possible to handle all the different challenges. But let's talk about the stretch tape a little bit.
So all your taping, obviously you're taping your seams and your corners, and then anything, I mean there's no seams here, this is corner, but and then you're taping your windows and then any penetrations that you have.
Right.
What is your thoughts on the benefit of zip tape versus the liquid flashing on penetration?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's really user choice. I would say the stretch tape can do most of what liquid flash can do, but liquid flash really excels when we're talking something maybe even a little funkier than this, right?
Okay.
Like awkward beam that penetrates at a weird point of the wall, or it's very popular at the sheathing to foundation transition. We want that to be a good airtight area there. And the tape, while it does stick to smooth and dry concrete, over time as that concrete absorbs water and dries out, we're not entirely sure how well that will hold permanently, whereas the liquid flash is a good permanent solution for that.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
So to answer your question, I mean, you could really use either, but the stretch tape for simplicity, I think, is more popular.
Yeah. I mean,
especially for windows.
For windows, the corners of the windows, like my field manager came back and was like, "Have you seen this product?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've seen it."
Yeah.
Just floored at how stretchy.
Oh yeah.
Like he sat our whole team down and explained how the benefits. I'm like, "Holy crap! To get your team so excited about a product is wild." Like
Oh
that.
yeah.
All right, so I'm with Matt with SuperForm. If you've seen our ICF video with John Riddle, it's my most popular video. Go check it out. But ICF is kind of a big deal in the industry coming out right now. You guys are saying disaster resistant, energy efficient. Give us a little bit about what SuperForm is and what ICF does for the homeowner.
Sounds good. So yeah, SuperForm is a family-run business. We're in Canada and USA.
Okay.
And yeah, we provide an excellent solution for disaster resilient, energy efficient, fire resistant, really good package.
And so this is your panel here. So what is the biggest differentiator for you guys at SuperForm? Like what's your big claim to fame on the panels themselves?
So the red web, that's
Okay.
our claim to fame. Yeah,
Okay.
we got a patented corner design, virgin tie material. We got one of the strongest brackets in the industry. Very thick tie flange for attaching your drywall on the
Okay.
inside and your siding on the outside.
Yep. So that would be this guy here.
Yeah, that's the tie system right there. Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
in every 6 inches in the web.
And then you guys have it lined up right here, so you know exactly where to go.
That's correct. Yep.
And so with this, furring out for drywall, or you go right to it with drywall?
Right to it. Yeah. Screw it right to the web. Stick right there. Same with your siding or whatever you're doing, stucco, right on the
Okay.
side of the foam.
So you can go direct to it with like Hardy or something like
Yes,
that?
correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's kind of the advantage of ICF is it's 6 steps in one.
Yeah.
You've got your forming system, your rebars inside there. You can attach your drywall. You're already all insulated. The outside, slap your exterior, whatever you're finishing, wood, siding, stucco, and you're good to go.
And then, can you tell me a little about what this is?
Absolutely.
Because obviously we've seen ICF blocks out and stuff, but I've never seen anything like this.
So to let you know a little bit about our SuperPEX panel, this is a very efficient system for insulating underneath a slab.
Okay.
If you're doing radiant heat, these pucks, you walk your PEX pipe into the puck system right here. So you have a roll of PEX pipe, the plumber will walk right along here and put that into your system with a 12-inch, 16-inch pattern, whatever you need.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's another thing that's a couple steps in one, right?
It is.
So that's really cool. And so you can see it all in this picture here. All the plumbing's laid out for the PEX coming up through your one location.
Yep.
And then you have everything formed up with, and then you're bucking everything. Single buck,
correct.
double buck, just depending on the window.
Yeah, it depends what you're doing. This is actually a wood bucking system. This is our energy efficient bucking system.
Okay.
This is insulation. So there's a couple options you can do there.
So this is just another bucking system, but using ICF.
That's right. It's EPS insulation with
EPS.
plastic. So yeah, you've got less of a thermal bridge because this is all insulation through here. So less insulation. I mean, more insulation than something like a wood buck
Right,
here.
because it basically in an ICF house, this is the one thermal bridge you have.
Yep.
So you guys have accomplished that.
That's right.
Wow. Okay, I'm pretty impressed. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, we're excited.
Thank you, man.
Right
This
on.
is really
Thanks for
neat.
coming by.
Yeah. All right, so we're here with Justin, and we're with Containment Pro. Kind of give us an idea of what this is, because when I saw it, I was like, "That's cool," and then you explained it, and I was like, "This is so cool. We got to show our friends."
So these are for job site washouts, primarily concrete washouts, rinsing out ready-mix trucks, pump trucks. We designed this product specifically for washout.
Okay.
And with 3 main things in mind. One, stowability. So we made everything ultra compact. So everything.
So that's how it comes to you.
Yeah, that's how it comes. So this is the 3-foot box. Someone stole our 5-foot box, but it's just a little bit bigger than this. And then we have our 7s.
Okay.
So the idea is that we have something ultra compact that is easily deployable. There's no setup, no hardware, no brackets. And then you've got a very voluminous basin that you can use for washouts. And then when you're done, we got the hoisting strap so you can get it off the job site. Easy to move around. It's non-stick on the inside, so you can easily separate the concrete from the basin if need be, if you need to recycle. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it has a very narrow focus on what it's for, and we just tried to build the best option for that.
And so I see here you have 750 pounds for this one, 4,500. This is the 5-foot?
This is a 5, so 4,500 pounds, and then our 7, 7,000 pounds.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And so like on a 3-foot one, are you thinking single family house, residential, port slab?
Yeah,
or?
exactly. And even into like for that, painters, grout,
Okay.
You know, people doing other types of washouts. Our concrete guys, anything from like a ready mix truck and up, they're going to want the 5-footers.
Okay.
So this would be more smaller type jobs.
Okay, I see what you're saying. And even if you have a 5-foot and you leave it on to the end, at least it keeps it contained nice and pretty.
Exactly. And some people are no longer using steel pans on their sites after using these because the steel pan service, it's an expensive service to have for the trucks to come and pick them up and everything. And they're finding these last, there's no problem with them, so they can just put a 7-footer on the job site at the beginning of a job, and then that's it. And then when they're done, they just throw them out, put out a new one if they need be, and
I think this is brilliant, especially because all my job sites, every concrete truck guy, you're like, wash out over here, they wash out wherever they want, and then they leave and it's your problem. Then the pump truck guys come and doing the same thing. So I think this is brilliant. We're definitely going to put this on our jobs. So look for it in our future videos. We'll call you out. All right, perfect. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Cool. We're here with Brendan at Global Decking. We walked by this booth really quickly and we're like, what is this? And he ran us through it, and I've been so impressed with what it is. So can you give us a good idea of what this product is, what the applications would be, and why it's important?
Okay, that's great, thanks. So what we're looking at here is, this is a PVC roofing membrane. But the biggest difference is, often if you have a rooftop patio, you're gonna take a membrane, could be a PVC, a TPO, an EPDM, but to make it a walking surface, you're gonna have to put something else on top. You see concrete pavers, or maybe a built-up system with deck boards. That can be expensive, and you're adding a lot of weight to the surface. So this eliminates the need for all of this. So this membrane is also your walking surface.
So we just did a roof.
Yes.
A balcony. I had to TPO it.
Yeah.
I had to get the roofer to come TPO that section, raise up all my stuff, and then like all where my panels were, and then I had to go and put Trex on top of it.
Exactly.
And when I saw this, I was like, what am I doing? This is so brilliant. And all this right here is everything that you need for the whole roof. Because I asked him, like, what about scuppers? What about drains? What about that? He's like, oh, we got it covered.
Yeah, so this is basically roofing technology. So everything you have in PVC roofing or TPO, we offer the same product. So the difference is in the manufacturing process. The embossing, which gives you traction, and then of course the prints. And the prints have to last a long time too. You can't have them fading right away.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of technology that goes into it. And we've been doing this for about 48 years.
48 years?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, where has this been? I wish I had seen any lashes.
Well, it's installed across North America. New Zealand's another big market.
Okay.
New Zealand uses a lot of wood construction. So where there's wood construction, people generally like to use PVC products because they're lightweight.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, this is, and so underneath it, we're just going right over a plywood base.
That's correct, yeah.
And is OSB okay, or has this got to be a plywood?
No, we don't like OSB because the adhesives tend to stick to it and it can start falling apart.
Okay.
So we prefer plywood, concrete, fiberglass, something that's good and hard, and it's not going to start, delaminating while you're working with it.
Yeah, amazing. And everyone can get in touch with you on your website, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. This, I think, is one of the most game-changing products we've seen today.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Yeah. So, Amy, can you tell us about Sicis?
Sicis is an Italian company from Ravenna, Italy,
Okay.
which is the cradle of Byzantine mosaics. That is where we start. That is what our origins are. If you look down this hall, you'll see a beautiful handmade mosaic panel there. And everything that we do since then is informed by one little chip. So we start with the glass mosaics. We create beautiful artwork. From there, we went into lighting. We're putting light with the glass. From there, we went into our art glass panels that can be backlit.
Can you show us that? So in this room, everything that we see, minus floors?
Floors, walls, lighting, mirrors, sconces, the counter,
Oh, you did that floating vanity as well?
floating vanity that can be backlit also.
This tub is just a tub.
Well, this is a tub that we've developed with a tub manufacturer.
Okay.
So it's specific to our material for this idea.
Okay.
As are the fixtures. Same here with these fixtures. You can
Wow.
see that this is translucent. Get naked in there. Let's go. The floor is treated.
This is cool. So you can make a glass door to match. So it's not just your standard glass. And this is tempered?
It can be tempered, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And look at the floor.
Yeah.
No slip.
Oh my gosh. Texture. Look at how much grip it has. Holy cow. So that's part of your purview.
Everything that
and
you
if you
see is
notice,
us.
everything, the people on the video, the floor in your shower, the floor on your wall, or the tile on the walls, your vanity, the light fixtures are all, and the sconces? Oh, and the mirrors. are all the same tile.
So we have a series
pattern.
of this product with many, many colors, patterns, all themes of nature, let's say abstract themes of nature, and we can create lighting with it, detail mirrors with it. You can buy it and put it on your wall.
This is art for your life.
That's right.
This is amazing.
We Sicis you.
Sicis, yeah, seriously, I think it's
Come and get
beautiful.
Sicis.
Thank you so much for showing us. We're going to do a little B-roll here, and then we'll show you everything. Or do you want to go in that room? Okay, we got to go in that room.
We didn't pick up the wall covering.
Oh, okay.
So again, everything is informed by the chip. And that's where we start. That's where our artwork starts.
Wow. So this is not regular wallpaper.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So this would be another example of what you guys can do. And if you notice the counters,
Not backlit.
not backlit, backlit.
Backlit.
Look at how beautiful this is.
Backlit.
That is unbelievable.
And then we use the same process to create these tubes for the lighting.
Yeah. So everything in here is cohesive
That's right.
and it matches. So you're bringing all the textures together.
Cohesive. I like that word.
Wow.
And then we work with the wall covering.
Yeah. So this can be like hung like this, or it can be applied like wallpaper.
Exactly. Or it could be sandwiched in the glass.
Sandwich.
So
in
you
glass.
can literally use it in a bathroom. Like
So you
in
can
the
have this
shower.
as your countertop in your
Yeah.
shower door.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This is so
As
cool.
long as it's sandwiched and the edges are contained,
Yeah.
you can put it anywhere.
I just like you see a lot of backlit countertops, especially right now. This is so much more decorative and it gives a lot more texture.
And we also mix it with our mosaics, so then it takes it to another whole level.
Wow.
We do a lot of bars.
And come around the back here. Look at this. You have the backlit up here, but then you have it on the doors. So your whole door face matches that. I mean, that's amazing. This is beautiful. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Amy. This is cool. But this is the lightest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And so this is a stone veneer or a false stone veneer that you can nail.
Mechanically fastened. Yeah.
Mechanically
So
fastened.
this is less than 2 pounds a square foot. It's a composite.
Yep.
And what's really cool about it, I mean, this is going to be a little bit loud, but it gets mechanically fastened with a 2-inch stainless steel for exterior 16 gauge fastener. And I'm going up over, my shear panel. In this case, I got 7/16 OSB. I got my weather resistant barrier. I'm showing Tyvek, right. And then I've got a rain screen.
Yep.
This is the most important part, right? Because it's all open clad and open jointed. So this is handling your bulk water, your snow, your ice. This is your number one layer of protection for moisture. That's why I'm able to not have to seal these joints with grout or mortar.
Yep.
And I'm able to put a ton of holes in here because I'm not worried about it.
And that rain screen is going to become par for the course no matter what if you're doing stone or this. So
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Entered IRC June of 2021. I think IRC is requiring that behind cultured stone, anything cementitious.
Yeah.
It's kind of already, we're going to see it more and more. Maybe not, it's not going to happen as soon in Vegas here
Yeah.
as it would in like Massachusetts.
yeah, we saw it. We saw it from another product. Another company brought it to me. The backing maybe 2 months ago, and we've been putting it on our stone products. since
Smart.
then. So
It's the cheapest level of insurance that you can
Yeah,
put because it's a normal rain event, right? It'll hit the surface, 85 to 90 some odd % of it will just shed off. But getting in between here isn't a problem for us because one, we've got the hydrophobic fabric on here, and then back behind that, we've got that entangled mesh that's packing it off the wall. It's not allowing bulk water to, build up. And no hydrostatic pressure is able to build up and get sucked into the wall. We're also building really tight nowadays, but I'm not worried about that as long as I've got this and this.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Dom. Man,
Sure.
that was super cool.
Yeah.
Let's take a little walk around your booth and see everything.
Go ahead,
you do.
check it out.